Hi, welcome back to A Complicated Melody. I'm just going to do a really quick video on two do-it-yourself how-tos, tricks of the trade that should really help enhance your products and in a least expensive way. So I'm all about saving money. So the first thing is mixing medium, and if you follow me on Twitter, just Melody, I tweeted about it because I finally found the glycerin. And glycerin proved to be a little harder to find than I thought because I would look it up to see who would have it. And I looked at Walgreens and Rite Aid and CVS, and they all kept coming up in the laxative area. So I would go to the laxative and didn't see it. So I just thought they didn't have it. So one night, I went on one of my random Walmart runs at like 10:30, and I just decided to go up every aisle until I found it, and it was in the first aid area where the calamine lotion and stuff was, because it's actually a natural skin softener. So this is where what it looks like, and it's $2.98, and so that's a fraction of the cost of any other mixing medium from, say, like MAC or so forth. And it really is easy to make. It's not hard. So I picked this bottle up from the little travel section. And the reason why I liked it is because it has a little spout so that I can just put a drop on top of the pigment. I can put the pigment on something, put a drop and mix it up and put it into kind of like a paint form. That's what it does. And so you can really use this with any powder form of cosmetics, but I only really use it for pigments, and it turns it into more like a paint or a cream. And so it's also called foiling. If you use it with a shimmery pigment, it almost looks like foiled. And so those are really cool looks, and they come out so gorgeous. And so for this little amount of money, and as you can see, you do 3 parts water to 1 part glycerin. So I just use a little, I think it was a teaspoon or half a teaspoon, and you need I don't know, I can't talk. They suggested distilled water, so water in a bottle as opposed to tap water. And I did clean the bottle out with alcohol and water. And so the glycerin is like a syrupy consistency, and so I just put that in there first, and then the 3 things of water, shake it up, and that's what you get, mixing medium. And I didn't make a whole lot because I usually only do foiling, if I'm going out or if I really want the color to stand out a lot. And so I don't use it every day. So you can make little batches at a time because it doesn't have any preservatives or anything. And so it's supposed to last about a month. I don't know if that'll last me a month, but next time I can make a little bit more. But, you can make it as you go. And so, really cool trick. I love that. And here's a picture of the night that I made it because I tested it out. And so this is what it looks like. I'm a huge fan of the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencils, especially the Milk pencil. It's just this white one, which is just a matte white, and I've never found anything like this before, or anything else like it, and it really makes the color pop when you use it underneath an eyeshadow. And in the previous tutorial that I did, the green and gold one, you'll see that's how I used it. Now, a lot of people are huge fans of paint pots or cream shadows, and because this is in a pencil form, it's really the same thing. It's creamy, but a lot of people like to use brushes. If you're more comfortable putting on your looks with a brush, this is what you can do to put it in a jar. So, I have these 3-gram jars that I got from eBay for like $10. I got like 30 of them or so, or maybe 50. I got a whole bunch because I still have probably about 20 left in my room. when I bought some NYX pigments, I wanted to put them in a jar, and so I ordered them, and I had tons left over. And so how this really came about is, and I've seen a lot of people put their pencils in a pot because they like that, to use it like that with a brush. And I thought maybe one day I'll do it, but I don't mind using the pencil. Works fine with me, and that's measured in with my finger. Well, I went and picked up some new NYX. The Ulta here in Baton Rouge, they have expanded their NYX section to add a little bit more, so they have more colors. So I looked at strawberry milk, and for some reason, I couldn't remember if I had it at home or not. And of course I did. So I brought it home and I realized I had it. Well, I put it back in the bag. Next day I was going to go back to Ulta and exchange it for a different color. And of course it was the one day that the sun decided to come out that week. And so it was sitting in my car, and I guess it was sitting a little upright, and it melted down backwards. And I was like, I can't return it like that. And this one this is the original one that I had at home. And I was like, well, I'll just keep it. And then that's when I thought, well, let me melt it down and put it in a pot and test that and see how all that works. So I decided to go ahead and do that. And I picked up a second white one because I use the white so much. So I decided to take these two to test it out and see how it works. And it actually is really definitely cool. So all you need is a pair of pliers and a blow dryer. And I'll link a video of somebody who's already done it, because I did it and I didn't record it. But there are tons of videos of how to do it, so no need in adding me adding one more. So to take your pencil and put it into a jar is really simple. The tops on the NYX pencils, they come off. And the two that I had, they didn't come off really easy, so I did have to take the pliers and just kind of yank it out with a little elbow grease, and it comes off. And you take a blow dryer. You need the pliers or something to hold it because it's hot. This is like I don't know what kind of material it is, but it gets hot as well. And the blow dryer, of course, is hot. So you don't want to have to hold that in your hand. So you can hold it, and you'll just put the blow dryer in front of it. It takes about 2 minutes to 3 minutes for it to fully melt and start to sink down into the pot. So if you're holding it for a little while and you're thinking things were happening, it is. It takes just about 3 minutes is how long it took. And it will melt down into the pot. And this is a 3-gram jar, and this was probably 3/4 of the pencil left. And this is the strawberry milk, and it filled it all the way up to the top. That's one pencil 3-gram jar. So you can get a bigger jar, smaller jar. Probably wouldn't work. So I kind of looked at it. I actually had 2 of them there just in case it ran over, so I could put it in another one. But it filled it up, and it doesn't take long, maybe 10 minutes or so, and it'll go right back to more of a solid form. And you can use your brush like any other cream shadow, or you can use your finger and dip in there. So that's what it looks like, and it's really cool. It's really simple, and I'm not sure how many more I'll do, but for sure these 2 I have in this form, and so that's really kind of dope. So that's that. And so I hope these tricks help you. And if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter, just Melody. And see you later. Bye.